I wanted to talk about routines. And as we know, people who are autistic generally like routines. It's a big deal. It's every day of your life. So I was coming to work and I was getting ready to go in, doing the same prayer I always do before I go to work. I thought this when do I get tired of this? Am I ever going to get tired of this? From the way I get ready in the morning, same order, same eat the same breakfast. Always have my piece of toast with coconut oil with a smoothie with and then when I get to work I'll have 2 eggs and some grits. Um, to wearing about the same thing each week. I have very little variation in what I wear and I seem to be okay with it. Um, I wear the same pair of shoes. I have two different pair of shoes I wear. Generally, my tennis shoes or my dress shoes. My life is the same every day, it feels like. After work, I get off work, I drive home, I change into my comfortable clothes right away to get out of my work clothes, put on some baggy pants, a t-shirt with my socks, and sit at my computer, check my email, do anything on there, go out on the patio, play the canjo, practice that, and then come inside, maybe watch 2 or 3 TV shows with my family. And then the same bedtime routine. Days just got me thinking about daily routines and how extreme mine are, from my repetitive thoughts, things I think when I'm driving to work, pointing out the same billboards, how they could have done it better, to the same route I take to work, to the same thoughts just over and over. Just love to know your thoughts as, you being autistic. Do you relate to that? Do you listen to the same songs? Do you watch the same TV shows? Because, yeah, I still listen to my 80s music. Like, it's like the same 8 to 10 songs. That's what I wanted to talk about today. Sameness in routines, thoughts, patterns, behaviors. It's an autistic trait. What I wanted to talk to you about in this part of the video is autism and executive functioning skills and what a challenge it can be. I have been meaning to get a haircut for a year, maybe 8 months, I don't know, but because I have trouble making decisions in about every aspect of my life, things like that is what keeps me from getting done the things that need to be done. And that can also include paying bills, doing housework, clearing clutter, getting rid of things that I've had for a very long time. I cannot make decisions very well, and it impacts my life every day. So I found this article from Psychology Today, and I will put it down in the description in case you want to see the article. And there's this part about executive functioning and autism. The number one is communication. Do you find that you struggle with communication when you are talking with someone? I have an example from yesterday. So I was at work and a coworker was explaining something about the floors in our building and how to easily determine what level you're on or what room numbers you're at based on what floor you're on. And when he was speaking, I couldn't comprehend what he was saying. My mind just blanked out and I didn't understand him. And so I made a comment. I said, when he got done, I said, I can't promise I'll remember that. And everyone started laughing, because sometimes when people are talking, I can't focus on the words coming out of their mouth, and I can't process the information they're giving me, and it takes more than one time to hear what they're saying and to understand. Communication is very difficult for me. I also have a hard time, especially going to a doctor's office where you get a lot of information at one time when you're talking to the doctor. I can't remember most of what the doctor says. I asked one doctor if I could just record our conversation because I'm autistic and it would help me to watch it back later to hear what she said. And she said no, she wouldn't let me record. Maybe next time I'll just secretly film when I'm in there. Can you relate to that, as far as you don't understand when you're in a doctor's office or you're getting instruction? You have to hear it a couple different times, or maybe visually you need to see. I don't know what that means. That's not anything. That's something. Visually you need to see. So maybe you're a visual learner like I am. Number 2 is planning. It is hard for people with autism to plan. We might become easily overwhelmed and struggle. It can include trouble with organizing. I can only wonder how many people with autism just have a lot of clutter in their house, or things that you can't deal with because it's too much, like paper clutter or just piles of clutter in your home in general. And number 3 is daily tasks. Some people with autism struggle with just the thought of getting up and getting on with the day and getting ready and carrying out housework. The thought of doing housework just overwhelms me to no end, and which is why I just need to do it. If I need to make phone calls to doctor's office or concerning a bill, you might as well hang that up, because I'm a procrastinator and I can wait months and months to take care of something. And when you don't make a decision, a lot of times a decision will be made for you. There have been times I did not make a decision to cancel my online subscription to something that I was supposed to cancel in 30 days if I didn't want, and I couldn't decide if I wanted to keep it or not, so they charged me for a month, so they made the decision for me. So a lot of times if we don't take care of tasks that need to be done, that decision will be made for us, and not necessarily in a good way. Okay, number 4 for executive functioning problems you might experience being autistic is impulse control. So your impulse to do your hobby and spend time on your hobby can be unhealthy if you're ignoring your personal health, ignoring going to the restroom because of it, or eating even. It can be unhealthy. Maybe you're staying up all night researching your new hobby, and that seems exciting to us that are on the spectrum, and people who aren't autistic can't understand that being exciting at all. And then number 5 is attention. No, it is easy for us to focus on things that we enjoy. I'll give you an example for me for yesterday. So somebody donated a bunch of flowers to our memory care residence where I work, and the flowers took up the whole table. Guess what? The smell took up the whole room. I had to crack the door because it was too much. And sometimes I found when I was trying to focus in the office, my attention was going to those flowers and the smell of those flowers, how I might not have liked the strong smell of the flowers, and it was distracting for me. I can also get easily distracted by conversation with people. If someone's trying to talk to me and a bunch of things are going on around me, I really have trouble focusing on what that person is saying, and I'm probably just giving them a blank stare. It wouldn't surprise me. Go check out the garden today and see how it's going.